Oh, hey, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Hero Complex, which takes place in my store, which is also called Johnny Destructo's Hero Complex.
See what we did there.
I get it now.
4456 Main Street in Manayunk. I am Johnny Destructo.
My name is Noel Bartocci.
And I am Terry, and we are here to talk all things comics and comic-related items. The big thing that we want to make sure that you guys know. This is a place for people like us to come and talk
like
about
dry,
comics
right?
and buy comics from our favorite fan over here who is like ODing on Pixie Sticks. But listen, kids, comics is a good thing, and we're doing it here in Manayunk. So please enjoy the show. This week, if you haven't guessed, we are talking about the Green Lantern.
Yeah, dog.
In brightest day.
In blackest night.
No evil shall escape my sight.
Let those who worship evil's might.
Beware my power.
Green Lantern's light.
Yeah!
That was not planned. That was not planned.
Now, this ain't a history show.
No.
We're not going to walk you through everything, but we will talk about our favorite versions of the character.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to start with Noel telling us his favorite version.
My favorite character that has carried the mantle of Green Lantern is Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
There are
Seven or eight now.
5 Green Lanterns from Earth. 4 of them
Currently, or
space.
Hal Jordan.
John Stewart, Kyle Rayner, Guy Gardner,
And
Jessica
then-
Cruz, Simon Baz.
Oh, I forgot about those dudes.
Did we miss one? There's gotta
Yes,
be
we
another.
did. We missed Alan Scott, the
Alan
original
Scott.
Green Lantern.
He's a half.
But he's a magical.
Yeah, he doesn't like wood.
He's got like the heart. What is it? The heart of
Yes, he has a star heart,
Starheart. Thank
which
you.
was passed on to
Jade.
Kyle
To Jade.
Well, Jade and then Kyle.
And then Kyle.
through sex.
Because they were
It was an
fucking
STD.
No, it wasn't.
No, I'm just making
Oh, that would be
the
so cool.
best STD ever.
Yeah.
Power
So
of the
I got to
Starheart.
agree with my friend Noel over here, which this is rare.
Mark
So
the day.
Frenemy.
Hal Jordan is my Green Lantern 100% because I picked up Rebirth and I did not stop reading Green Lantern after. I started at Rebirth. I never stopped. We'll probably go into that story a little bit later. But for now, I want to mention, for me, my cartoon growing up was Justice League and Justice League Unlimited.
So good.
So we did not have Hal Jordan there. He never showed up. Instead, we had John Stewart. What a great choice.
Yeah.
What a great choice to introduce you to a different Green Lantern who's a whole different guy. Now, they did kind of Hal up Flash a little bit in that show. Like, they split Barry Allen. It gave him a little more of Hal.
Hal
Yeah.
and Barry are very similar. That started that like friendship between Flash and Green Lantern in general, like that, like we're the outsiders and funny.
The Brave and the Bold.
That is in Grant Morrison's JLA because it's Kyle Rayner and Wally West, the two outsiders, the two younger versions, the legacy versions
Which
of the characters.
brings up an amazing...
I think that with the cartoon series, which was coming out around the same time, they kind of went with that characterization, even though they're different characters. Like they're just pally.
Yeah.
That's
I
cool.
like Hal more because Hal is, in my opinion, Hal is a hero. Hal is going on the classic hero's journey. Because when he gets that ring, I don't think Hal exactly is ready to be a Green Lantern at all.
Yeah,
Whereas
well,
I don't think John Stewart has any doubt.
Also, remember that hilarious time when he murdered the entire Green Lantern Corps?
Yeah!
Good times.
Under the influence of Parallax.
And that's
Retcon!
That's why
That's the greatest retcon ever.
That's why Jeff Johns' Rebirth is one of the greatest comic book stories I've ever read, because he magically, I don't know how the fuck he did it, magically took all of these disparate elements that had nothing to do with each other and fucking mushed them together and made them make sense.
So to clarify,
You have a ring!
the things
Why
that
not?
the things that you're talking about are the Golden Age version of Green Lantern. What is their weakness? The color yellow. The color yellow.
Woo!
If a street sign is yellow, I can't do shit.
Yeah.
Made no fucking sense.
Shout out to Frank Miller, All-Star Batman and Robin. That's one of the best panels ever.
That is great.
Green Lantern's
Paint-
coming after he paints the entire Batcave yellow. What you gonna do now,
And he's
bitch?
drinking lemonade.
Yeah. That actually was really funny. I remember that. Too
But
bad
there
it was a
are
terrible
other
story.
lanterns too. I do want to give a
No,
shout
that
out
was
to Guy
All-Star,
Gardner.
right? It was All-Star.
All-Star Batman.
All-Star Batman, Robin the Boy one.
I also love Hal Jordan, specifically because of Rebirth. And also, when I started reading Hal Jordan stuff, I was reading Emerald Dawn by M.D. Bright. And what was the other one? It was an ongoing that was drawn by Patrick Broderick, where he was kind of just walking to Earth.
Like
And
This Will Smith.
like
Fu?
Kane. Yeah,
From Kung Fu?
Yeah.
All right.
So that's when I found Hal Jordan. But then when he went fucking banana pants and murdered the entire Green Lantern Corps, they brought in Kyle Rayner.
Awesome.
So as a young 20-something who was a graphic designer and an illustrator, the fact that they gave that ring to me...
Didn't
Like,
Ganthet specifically
right.
deliver it to him? Like he just kind of like showed up in an alley.
In like a creepy alleyway
Why?
scene. Why? What?
Because
Why did he get
the
it?
entire core was murdered. It was like the last ring. Ganthet was like it literally was,
It was
the
a
last.
desperate-
Yeah, he was the last one.
He
It
wasn't
was-
even chosen. He
He was the only.
He was straight up
stumbled
picked.
upon.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, I'm in the back because we're at a club, so I go into the back alleyway. Ganthet fucking appears as like, ring?
How is a Green Lantern chosen?
Oh, because they have the ability to overcome great fear.
And the ring
Just like
itself.
Steve Trevor did at the end of the
rings-
Wonder Woman movie.
How do the rings work? What do the rings do?
I'm sorry. So they focus your willpower
To create
to create,
constructs.
green constructs.
So
a
hey,
big
JD,
fist, a giant.
why would you pick an
architect?
architect and an artist?
Because they have
You have to make
imaginations.
construct.
Because they're able to think creatively to create constructs.
So what happened as soon as Hal lost the ring? All of a sudden the constructs got really cool.
Yeah, they
Kyle's
did.
constructs are awesome.
Yeah, he
Wait.
made like giant like mecha robots
Yeah.
and shit. Yeah.
They were really fun.
Instead of a
like
slingshot
dragon-
or a machine gun.
Yeah.
So
it was
the-
always a boxing glove.
bearing the ring though is pretty much a life sentence.
Yeah.
So when you die, the ring finds another worthy host
Yeah.
across the universe, whatever it is, and then you're appointed a sector
Like the
of
police
space.
force.
They're the police cops.
Or you just kill all
The
the, other
police
Green
cops. Space police.
Yeah.
Or you kill all the other Green Lanterns and put on all the rings.
All
like
the
this
rings!
on a cover image.
What a badass! Still one of my favorite Green Lantern covers.
Absolutely.
Is
Yeah,
him with
they've
all
gone
of
ba-
the rings.
They've gone back to it like 6 or 7
I know.
times.
Yeah, it's because it's a classic at this point. So, Kyle Rayner was kind of my dude. And the fact that he fucks up and his girlfriend dies, now it's a little problematic these days because there's a whole movement of, I would say geek feminism that points out the whole... Did you just make a face?
Yeah, I'd never heard the word.
Do you feel the face? Well, it's
I
like
might have
the
just made up that word. Like
Oh,
geek
okay.
feminism.
it's like the comic book Bechdel test, where it's like
Yes.
this is like
What is that?
The Bechdel test?
fridging a female.
Yeah, the Women in Refrigerators. Women in Refrigerators
Like-
is like a website. Basically, it's the problematic use of women in pop culture to further the story of the male.
Yeah,
Right?
well, being
So it's
murdered,
like-
captured, destroyed,
Yeah.
turned into damsels just to further the plot of
Yeah.
the male character.
Now, what I wish...
What you got?
So, Green Lanterns is the Rebirth book that's coming out currently. And Jessica Cruz and Simon Baz are the two main Green Lanterns of Earth right now. And I love her story because she was taken over by the Power Ring, and she suffers from, is it agoraphobia?
Well, it's just supreme anxiety.
Just super anxiety. And
She witnessed her friends murdered, and she she had a nervous break and
Yeah.
stayed indoors in her apartment for I think it was like 3 years.
Yeah,
like it was extreme anxiety, and the ring pulled her out and is forcing her to
Yeah.
overcome fear.
Yeah. So she is probably just the idea behind it, and it's the fact that it's someone who's struggling with a mental illness, having to deal with their anxiety, and also be a superhero that uses willpower as its fuel. And the fact that anxiety saps your willpower, I think, is a really strong theme for her story. I love her. I think she's great.
She also went on a date with Barry Allen.
How'd that go?
Not good!
Oh.
Nothing really works
No,
out
she
for
freaked
Bear.
out. She succumbed to some sort of anxiety or something.
Yeah.
Like, get away from me! But
As
I
someone
think it
who
was something
struggles
else.
with anxiety myself, it's pretty dope.
Also, one of the best ways to bring diversity into a mainstream superhero team I've ever seen. They were introduced as secondary characters and worked their way up over time.
Yeah.
And so by the time they were part of the Justice League, nobody cared. It was like, fine,
Well,
I
ever
understand
since,
this character
Ever
now.
since Rebirth, ever since Green Lantern Rebirth,
There we go.
they have turned the Green Lantern books into, like, slowly turned them into ensemble books. So, like, Hal Jordan was always kind of the center of Green Lantern. However, they, at the same time, launched Green Lantern Corps.
Amazing segue.
Hal
started
Jordan
with-
and the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah. No. This is
before
even
that.
before that. Even before that. So they created a separate book that was going at the same time of all the other members of the Green Lantern Corps, which are every single alien race across all of the galaxy. So
I wish I cared more about them.
It was a fun cosmic book that was happening at the same
That's
time as
funny.
Hal
Peter
Jordan.
J. Tomasi one.
Yes, Peter J.
Ooh,
Tomasi
that was good.
and Gleason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so super awesome, and they all converged into Sinestro.
Patrick Gleason, a.k.a. not Doug Monkey.
So I gotta interrupt real quick. You just said, I wish I cared about them more. I feel like this is the only superhero team of anything where I care about the background characters. Like they have
Kilowog
fully
is the best.
fleshed out background
Slock is the
characters.
best. Sinestro is actually a really great character.
Sinestro's dope. Yeah, I like Sinestro.
I like Mogo.
Mogo!
Mogo's awesome.
Like, if no one's reading Injustice, can I spoil Injustice? There's an amazing scene in the Injustice comic from years ago, not the current Injustice 2 one, where Guy Gardner shows up to confront Superman and basically be like, this is what... I love Guy Gardner because he is a tough guy, and he'll just be like, look, bro, here's what's happening.
Bro.
He's a bro. He's a bro. Maybe that's why I like him.
Maybe that's why I hate
maybe
him.
that's why.
But there's a part where he goes up to Superman and
I
is pretty
don't
much
hate
just like...
I don't hate him.
When he shows up with all of the Green Lantern Corps to say, Superman, you're going to stop this or we're going to stop you. And fucking Mogo's there
Yeah.
shooting a huge
Mogo-
Green Lantern beam
Mogo
into
is
him.
a sentient planet that
So if you
also
saw-
shows
It's
everywhere.
amazing.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2, spoiler alert, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, what was his name? Ego.
Ego.
Ego is also a giant
Living
planet.
planet.
So yeah, Mogo is the DC version of that.
He's
He's
just
But
better,
Green
too.
Lantern.
Yeah, but he's not a god or anything.
doesn't
He's
talk.
just
But he's a
fucking
Green
planet.
Lantern. He's
Yeah.
a planet with a giant Green Lantern ring around him.
You know who I like? You know who I like in retrospect? Not so much at the time. Motherfucking Gnort. Y'all remember Gnort?
I
He's
do.
a dog.
Oh yeah, I
He's a
do.
dog.
There's a squirrel as well. There's a squirrel.
Yeah.
There's
Yep.
a beaver.
Chip. See, you can make.
See, you care
Pro tip.
about the other characters. It's
Pro
awesome.
tip: you can make an alien name by just adding.
Like
What is that?
an apostrophe in the middle of
apostrophe. His name is Chip, but it's Chip.
it's CH apostrophe IP or
Yeah.
So,
Chip.
Just like Gnort.
So here's the thing. We guys, we kind of jumped ahead. Remember, this is a show about comics.
Yeah,
and
sorry.
we would be so remiss not to mention Blackest Night
Oh!
if we're going to talk about Green Lantern.
So
Green
National
Lantern
Corps, Blackest
took
Night.
over everything when Blackest Night hit in
Yeah.
one of the best stories that touched everything that had been around,
Do you
in
have it
my
already?
opinion, since Civil War.
Yeah.
I expect it's actually a
Maybe,
better
I think
story.
it's better than Civil War.
Oh, it was definitely. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Well,
This
Civil
is
War
how
pretty
you
great.
cross over. This
But-
is how you deal with death. This is how you deal with characters who haven't been heard of in 20 years and make them relevant.
So I almost feel like maybe we should. This is gonna sound stupid, but maybe we shouldn't. I know it's old and shouldn't spoil it. Don't even talk about the plot because the plot is. It's not necessarily agnostic. You can pick this up and you could read it, but read Rebirth. The
Green Lantern Rebirth
Just the
by
6
Jeff
issues.
Johns.
That's fine. Then read Sinestro Corps War,
Sinestro
Oh.
which is like 12 issues maybe.
Yep.
And then read this.
Yeah.
If you really, really loved the first thing, read the series that happen in between because they build up to each one. But it really is one of the greatest, like, I guess, trilogy of
Yeah.
books for any
here's the
character
thing,
in the last
comics
20 years.
ever.
Here's the thing. Jeff Johns' run on Green Lantern is so good. I gave up on I stopped reading Green Lantern when it was over.
Yeah, actually, I did.
I went.
Yeah.
And it's not because what followed it was bad by Robert Venditti. It's not bad. It's just that it was so good what Jeff Johns did that I felt sated. I was just like, well, I have the Green Lantern epic that I need for the rest of my life. I'm good.
And what's awesome too, the way Johns ended it, it was like a mic drop. He did an old
I
school.
got it, too.
He did an old school comic book writer type of thing where it's just like someone else on the book. I don't care. I'm going to end it.
Yeah.
So he actually wrote a genuine end where they
Ending.
flash forward and show you where every character ends up and where. Because one of the greatest and worst things about sequential storytelling in comic books is that it's a soap opera. It's cyclical. There really are no endings unless it's a limited series. So getting a definitive run on a character like this that's been around for 60, 70 years that it was so good,
Done.
it was really hard to keep reading after that.
And for all you kids who are like, DC Comics is Batman, this happened when Bruce Wayne was gone.
Yeah.
During that time, we got the best Green Lantern story ever, and in my opinion, some of the best Batman and Robin stories ever told with Grant Morrison's run.
Oh, the Grant
with
Morrison
Dick.
shit.
But like,
Yeah.
if you think Batman's
And
all
Frank
there
Miley.
is, don't forget about Hal.
Actually, I would I would put Jeff Johns' run up against really anything that's happened in the last 30 years in comics with
so good.
Batman.
Yeah, I'm
It's
with
such
you.
a giant
Batman.
epic.
It's a good time. However, there is one horrible dark spot on the Green Lantern
I don't know what you're talking
character.
Are you talking about Ryan Reynolds?
I'm talking about Ryan Reynolds in what is considered
One of
maybe the
the
worst,
worst,
if not the worst, comic book movies ever.
I'm sorry,
created.
no. There was the Fantastic Four Roger Corman movie. There was
Watch it
Catwoman.
and watch.
Wait,
watch
okay,
them.
I'll give you Catwoman, but the Roger Corman, that's a deep cut. That's,
Yeah.
That's kind of a,
That
that's
is
a cheat.
insane.
That's a cheat.
That has a story that ends. That has characters that see each other.
Also,
that doesn't
I will-
just have someone swoop in at the end as a hero, and no one knows why.
And he fights a giant
remember
yellow.
that?
He fights a
What-
giant
what's-
fart
Had
cloud.
no reason to
Taika
be there.
Waititi's in that movie. Do you know that, right?
Who?
The director of
Thor 3.
Thor, yeah,
is he?
Thor Ragnarok, but also like What We Do in the Shadows. And
Oh, okay.
he's a very funny.
Here's the
gentleman.
thing. I'm going to defend this movie a little bit in the fact that I thought Ryan Reynolds was a good Hal Jordan.
Good, not great.
He was
Just good. He was fine.
He was good. I thought at the time I thought he was when they cast him I was like, oh, it's perfect.
Chris Pine is Hal Jordan. Chris Pine is Hal Jordan. Who?
Well,
Let's do this.
Actually,
Let's cast
no,
him.
wait, not,
Let's cast him.
not Chris Pine. Captain Kirk is Hal Jordan. He's very like Captain Kirkish type character that
Yes.
jumps into
Deep Trevor
scenarios,
in Wonder Woman
makes
is
out with space
Hal
ladies. Like he literally is kind of a Captain Kirk without a crew. So that characterization and that association makes sense.
I
If
like
you
that.
had to
Ryan
choose,
Reynolds was awesome.
who would you cast?
Who would you cast?
There were like rumors about Armie Hammer, which I thought was awesome. The guy that played the Lone
not bad.
Ranger.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He's
Did
a
you
Hal.
see Social Network?
Yeah.
He was
The
The
DeVos
brothers?
twins.
The twins.
He was
Yeah.
the brothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
He was gonna be Batman in George Miller's Justice
Yeah,
League.
Justice League Mortal, I think it was supposed to be called. I don't know.
Who
I
would
can't-
choose?
just
I liked
a
Ryan
roguish,
Reynolds.
dude.
He was just surrounded by a shitty movie.
No,
I think Ryan Reynolds was a good Hal Jordan.
I think Hal Jordan's more like an Indiana Jones type. Oh, Chris Pratt. He's already Star-Lord, but Pratt could have done it.
Pratt could do it.
you do, man.
I think Pratt relies a little too heavily on buffoonery, and I don't
Sure.
think there's no buffoonery to Hal. There is sarcasm,
some.
there is wry wit, but there is an absolute focus on what he can do, and he can do it.
Yeah, he's
He is,
Hal Jordan is the alpha male that you can't not love.
yeah.
Like he is a very
my
And
God.
the
talented.
ladies love him.
It's Captain Mal Reynolds is Hal Jordan.
Nathan Fillion
Nathan Fillion, motherfucking Hal Jordan.
or Bill Party.
And he was
yeah,
Hal Jordan
in the
in
animated
movie.
films. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Any final words on Green Lantern?
He's great. Read it.
Yeah, the Jeff Johns stuff, Green Lantern Rebirth. Give that a shot. If you want to read a good origin of Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern Hal Jordan Volume 1 is out, and it has the Emerald Dawn stuff in it, and Emerald Dawn 2. Where actually, if you like your characters flawed, my man went to jail for drunk driving and was being trained as a Green Lantern while in jail. So check it out. Email us at cultpopgo@gmail.com or leave a comment below, and we'll have Noel sort through them and only read me the nice ones because I'm very sensitive.
Let us know which Green Lantern is your favorite, which Green
Yeah.
Lantern run is your favorite.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on with Green Lantern. I'm really praying that 2020 movie they do it serious and they don't go Guardians on me because I've
Remember
got
they
a
were-
feeling they're gonna try and model their cosmos after Marvel's cosmos, and I really hope they don't because it's so good. The Green Lantern mythos is amazing.
I don't necessarily agree with like a binary do this and don't do that. Like there is a lot of the fact that it literally deals with a spectrum of emotion. So it can't be a gritty cop drama in space. I think that would be a terrible
I think it would-
mistake.
I don't think it needs to be gritty. I don't think Green Lantern is gritty.
It is when you're dealing with cosmic properties, they are very colorful, they're very crazy, but they're also grounded in the emotional core of the characters. So as long as they do that without like doing it this way or that way, just tell a good fucking story.
Yeah.
And you've got 5 years worth of good fucking stories
Dude.
when it comes to Jeff Johns.
Thank you so much for joining us here at Johnny Destructo's Hero Complex in Manayunk. I'm Johnny Destructo.
I'm Terry from Terry Leggy Films.
I would be Noel from my father and mother.
Thank you so much for joining us, you guys, and we will talk at you later.